It is another very beautiful day, and welcome to another edition of Insightful Moments. My name is Jare Tiamiyu. Asiwaju Bola Bamiji, it seemed to be like a replica of some people. That's what people are saying, that if you vote Bola Bamiji, it's like you are voting Bola again. That's what people are saying outside there. Yeah. And you know the people have also rejected former governor Oyelude.
Or sure, people didn't reject Oyelude.
But he lost that election.
No. Let me say this.
He didn't win that election.
Okay, for record purpose, the court says Oladele won the election.
And yes, that's what the INEC also said.
But I'm saying to you that Osun people voted massively for Oyelude.
But he lost with 28,000 votes.
Listen to me. Yoruba will say Bikuli Opani. Today will pani. Those people that's another pointer to you. That's another pointer to you that PDP will lose this coming election. Listen to me. Those people that did the other job for him in APC then have opted out, and we know that they are no longer with us. Listen. And who are they? Those people, I won't mention them here. Okay. And those people that were with him, that made him to win that election at that time, and those people that bought the filler for him, that made them to work against the party in the state.
No, these are allegations. Are these excuses or what?
No, these are not excuses.
You lost this election. These are
clarification. These are clarification of facts. Okay. See, facts are not. There is difference between the facts and the truth.
The fact is that you lost that election.
I said there is difference between the fact and the truth.
So the truth are what you are saying.
I'm telling you.
They can be contested.
I am telling you, if you want to contest, go ahead.
They can be contested. Some people bought filler for him to work against you. Is to you a truth that can be contested by another party.
What can make people in Olaide to vote till 10 p.m. at night and under the cover of the security personnel?
You will know what they gathered.
The point is, what is even the total number of the so-called Omoluabi, or the top, not Omoluabi then, top member.
Top members, yes.
Top member. What is even the total population of the top members then, when we held the election, at the last global election in 2022? What was even then? What was even the total number of top members?
Are you saying that if they go now, you are not going to feel their presence? You are not going to feel that at the
In 2018, my brother, let's go back to memory lane. In 2018, even when the APC had a formidable house, a united hope, we defeated them. At the first ballot,
you lost that election.
We defeated them.
Supreme Court said you lost it.
Maybe
some people, those people were saying, when they were talking, they would say, Asiwaju Tinubu is a benefactor to Ogbeni Aregbesola. That he is fighting his benefactor.
It's vice versa.
Vice versa, as I explained.
When they met in Alimasho in Lagos State, Ogbeni Aregbesola was contending for a Federal House of Rep in Alimasho local government. Tinubu was contesting for senator. Lagos West.
That was when?
That was way back in 1999.
1999 or 1992?
1992.
Okay.
That was when they met, 1992, way back. So Ogbeni Aregbesola, can a son of nobody be contesting for Federal House of Rep that made Tinubu to come to him? They were together under SDP that time.
Okay.
So when eventually Ogbeni Aregbesola lost his own election at the primary level, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu then, as he was then, won his own election. Aregbesola collapsed his structure with him. He emerged as the governor, as the senator. During the military era then, businessman like he was, Bola Ahmed Tinubu left the country. It was the same Aregbesola that stayed the head back, fighting the military in the trenches with the Nadeco. He established himself in Alimasho politics. When it was in 1999 that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to contest who are the people that made him to even seize the structure from the owner of the structure then, Funmiso Williams. It was the same Ogbeni Aregbesola that they used, that joined forces together with the leaders of the ATC then, AC then, AD then, in Lagos State. They won the structure for for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Can you pick a son of a no man that does not have structure, that does not have the political acumen, that cannot harness the entire vote of the Alimasho land? Can you make that kind of person your campaign manager? Those that are saying that it's not a non-biased form of leadership forgot How can you make a son of nobody? You just turn him, you want to contest for a governor of Lagos State, and you pick a nobody to be your campaign manager. No. Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola was the campaign manager of Batco, Bola Ahmed Aduaju campaign organization, that saw him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, imagine as the governor of Lagos State.
Maybe rewarded him by supporting him to
rewarded. I love that word.
That may be.
I love that word.
At least when he came to Osun.
I love that word. Okay. We never denied the fact that Ogbeni benefited from Rauf Aregbesola and from
Bola Tinubu.
No. We never said that. He himself has never said that at any point in time. They were the ones that are living in self-denial that he never made them to.
But Ogbeni
so you have said that he rewarded.
But Ogbeni did not vote for Asiwaju in the last election.
Ogbeni was the Minister of Interior. He was in the situation room.
He was in the situation room?
Yes.
For that same election?
For that same election. It was clear.
But politicians like him are expected to be on the street and be voting.
Politicians like him are not the one that is in charge of.
And you know when we have a former
politicians, excuse me, let me say this, sir. Okay. Politicians like him are not in charge of homeland security. He is in charge of civil defense, in charge of immigration, of correction service, and fire service. In an election, these are critical segments that need monitoring. So he is not just a commissioner for work, or commissioner for agri, or commissioner for women affairs, or commissioner for anything that can choose to stay put when the nation is in a very critical situation like that.
If any community, any state, any organization will grow, will develop, the people must be educated. And when we're talking about education, you're looking at the young upcoming generation.
See.
Now, the people that we are now recruiting into those spaces with this criteria, let's say they have these certifications, do they have the necessary training to actually function as teachers? That's one reality we want to face. Now, when this whole thing was put together, it says that the Emmanuel Youth Corps is to cater to health, security, environment, and education. So let's say the educational part is going to function for what we need in Osun State. Let's say it that way. Now, let's now say that they have these certifications, which is fine. Are they trained to function as teachers in the school?
The 12 persons that you said are contesting for the candidate for the ticket of the APC. You talk about somebody like former Senator Olawumi, the former deputy governor, a senator 2 times, former deputy governor, the deputy governor to immediate past governor here, Mr. Benedict Alabi is also in the race. A former senator from Osun West, Senator Mudashiru Hussein, is also in the race. You know, the national secretary of the party is also in the race. So we talk about like, okay, the highest position that Asiwaju Bola Bamiji has is commissioner. And maybe the position that is holding now, the DG of the MD of NEWA. Some people believe that we have more people with grassroots experience in politics, in Osun politics than him. How sure are you that you can win that ticket of the APC?
As I said, we have 12 well-qualified, deeply rooted candidates with experience that are far, far better than what we presently have in the state of Osun. But as that baby, a name still dominates the conversation. That is Ambo. Asiwaju Monyeh Bola Oyebanji. You see, as of today, if we are to go into the primary election within our party, I'm very optimistic that if Asiwaju Oyebanji had anything less than 75% of the total votes among all the 12, honestly, I will call for the review.
If he has less than, are you talking about if you go for direct primaries today?
Go for any type of primary.
Or delegate primary.
We're prepared for everything. Delegate, option A for direct. Don't try direct. If you try direct, that will be about 90 to 80% of what.
So you are telling me that other people, 11 others will share 10%.
Ambo is a unifying force within APC today.
Okay.
He is the political hurricane, the man of the moment, the man with the Midas touch.
Oh, is it true that he has been endorsed by former Governor Itala?
Oyetola endorsed all of them. All of them are.
Because it is Ambo people that are dropping Oyetola's name wherever
you see,
they
we
go.
Politicians use strategies anyhow.
Okay.
You understand?
So you are intentionally dropping his name.
For instance, now there was a time they were carrying rumor everywhere. Now Ambo was selected all his
yes, I'm coming to that.
All those are just political rumor, and we politicians, we do understand ourselves. Somebody that has not gotten the party ticket, they say he has given.
Yes, we have been told that you have a name penciled down as the deputy governorship candidate. You have the name of somebody as the SSD. You have somebody that has been promised the chief of staff.
You see,
even the key commissioners have been shared among your group.
In APC, APC is a structured party. We are a party with procedure.
Okay.
You understand? We have guidelines. We have leaders, respected leaders that we listen to. It's not possible for 12 aspirants to come out, only for one aspirant to take everything within the party. You see, as I told you.
But what about the juicy things?
I'm coming. The juicy things, when you say you can't take everything.
You know, when you just be commissioner for political affairs.
Wait.
To groups.
You see, today by the special grace of God, Ambo is going to be the candidate of the party.
Is it that your group is after the Ambo group? You know, you have seen that the Omisore group is after the Ambo group.
Why? For what?
They said that most of this thing is always, directed towards them. That's what some of that. I have had a member of that group on that section.
Is it Ayowole report that is against the Ambo group? And I told you, any discerning politician that knows what he's doing must discuss Adewole's report with party members. If they don't know, let them know now. Because that is the hope. And that's how to galvanize the support of party membership. So that they will be able to work for the party when they know they have hope. So if Ayowole report reviewed what we had done since 1999 to 2022, and somebody wants to become the governor, will not be talking about it, will not be discussing with membership, then he's not getting it right.
But they said, yesterday, Funmiso said everybody contesting does not have experience, they have that video, okay. And then other people are Lulupitan, all those things.
Excuse me. If you want to contest election, call yourself a hen, and the other people are hawk.
And do you think we have to disparage some party members of yours?
It's not disparaging. Nobody has casted aspersion on anybody, unless you don't understand.
You don't call the other person, those names.
What names?
Some members of the party are saying that.
What names? Remind me of one.
You understand what I
cannot understand what you don't tell me.
It's saying that every other person is a Lulupitan in politics. That is somehow.
If you call yourself Omobo, and I call myself Omoba, that's your problem. That's my problem, that I'm Omoba. If you think you are Omobo, good for you.
So you think that is just him selling himself to the members of the party? Alamola,
Aroyi Amola. You want to polowo your Amola, say Aruru Amola. Call yourself to a giant. If you say I'm a giant, others are okay, others could be Lilliputians, but I'm a giant. What does it take away from you?
Do you think if a primary is held today and it's a direct primary, Senator Omisore will emerge victorious? Direct primary within your party.
What is direct primary?
Option for all members voting.
And let them get to the field.
Okay. I'm just asking you, do you have that confidence?
It means if I tell you something, you will say I'm planning to rig.
No, I'm just asking that, I've asked them too. They said,
your
if
question,
it is primary, if it is direct or indirect, they are ready for everybody. Are you also ready if it is direct or indirect?
Excuse me. They are ready does not mean they are going to win.
No, they said they are going to win.
Excuse me. It means they plan to rig. And it will be difficult for them.
Don't you see that one as confidence?
It will be difficult.
Don't you see that one as confidence?
It's a confidence that does not exist.
How do you mean?
When you wanted to write your WAEC, did you tell yourself you are going to fail?
I would say I'm going to pass.
So they said it's a good claim for them.
And I'm also asking you that, do you have that confidence?
Of course, we are going to win.
If the direct primary is held today,
with whatever primary, whether direct or indirect,
you have the party members with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Affirmatively.
Mr. Babarinde, over the weekend, last weekend, there were issues of defection. The governor Adeleke was planning to, to move into the All Progressives Congress. And, hours later, we were told that it is a lie. How was your camp? The PDP member were reacting to that before it was debunked.
Before we even talk about reaction to that rumor of defection, I want to state that we all know that a ripe mango attracts stone and sticks and stuff like that. How do I mean? Today, in the history of Osun State, we all know that Governor Adeleke, in over 2 years as the governor of the state, has performed fantastically well. And everybody wanted to associate with him one way or the other. Because when you're a performer, when you are doing things in the way that people really want you to do it, naturally, the tendency is that everybody want you to be by his side politically. And how do I mean? In the last couple of months, this will not be the first time that this rumor of defection will be coming up. If you are doing it. And consistently, the governor, the government, and the party, and also people are sort of saying, look, we are here in PDP, and the governor is going to contest the next election. It's an election under this party. But when that news came in, I must confess to you, everybody was like, how? Because there was no consultation, nobody has talked to anybody, and the first reaction was that of surprise, that could this happen? And unfortunately, the news filtered in around evening. So all through the night till the following morning, there are a lot of fireworks that we had a guy wanted to become, we had a guy wanted to be. The news was initially very real and it caught everybody napping. But everybody was like, no, that couldn't happen, that can't happen, this could not. Because you see, the reason why everybody was bothered was for the fact that the only strength PDP has in Osun today is Osun people. You understand? And I cannot imagine us, including the governor and the government, everybody in the government. I cannot imagine us jumping from the broom, from the umbrella to the broom. Osun people will be like, what? We supported you because you are a PDP member.
But people supported the governor, not the party. Somebody will say that they can follow the governor to wherever he goes.
My friend, brother, you cannot contest any election as an independent candidate as of today.
And you can go to any party.
You needed a party as a vehicle for power. And the vehicle that Asiwaju, our maybe governor, used today is PDP. And he was on the day of the election, those who voted him in as the governor voted for you voted for the party, even if you so much love the candidate. You understand? The candidate name is not on the ballot paper, sir.
And so what I'm saying is that the governor, people are supporting him, and he can carry the people from the PDP and take them to the APC.
Well, I wouldn't want to talk about that, but what I'm saying in essence is it's going to be very difficult to carry Osun people into APC as of today.
What they're doing is trying to resuscitate the party, re-energize the followership at the world level. You realize that most of the time when elections are concluded, people tend to sit in the state capitals and decide on what they want to do for those in the rural areas. But even from my own first-hand experience now, I've seen that there are a lot of potentials in this state waiting to be harnessed. And we know there is a common recurring request by people that we are going to meet, asking us for rural roads, which I think should be the priority of most of normal governments. Aesthetics matter, but the aesthetics will not matter without an actual filling of the stomach. It's just like when you talk of the biblical times, you say you are cleaning the outside of the bell without cleaning the inside. And when you talk of Osun is mostly an agrarian community. You really need to go around the various wards to see that we have enough farmland, but the roads are bad. So what is the essence of having good roads in
in urban cities where us are not able to feed ourselves. The only way that you can develop a state, especially in this country, is by developing the agriculture and the rural infrastructure. You cannot talk of industrialization without having enough and excess production of the raw materials required for industrialization. What we are doing now is going around, seeing the actual needs of the people and communicating directly with them. It's what they call democratic centralism, where you build a pyramid from the base, not from the top down.
So if I may ask you now, I will pick it from the area that you just said. In some of the pictures that we have seen from your movement, I will say that we have been to different communities with bad roads. So if I may ask, what is the priorities of most dwellers of these villages and rural areas across the state? What is their biggest priority?
In fact, you just nailed it. Their biggest priority is roads, accessibility. Accessibility to farmlands, accessibility to markets. Roads. That is the major complaint of the people.
So what is the message that you, as a group now, what message are you giving them?
Well, in the first instance, we cannot promise anything yet because we are not yet the candidate of the party. We are only aspirants. An aspirant that is trying to rejuvenate the party, that is trying to whip up the passion of the populace at the grassroots. So we cannot actually promise, but we have noticed with pain their pains. We share the pains, and we hope that if we get to participate in government, we will try and do everything possible to ameliorate the problems facing them.
So if I may now ask you, what exactly is that thing that you think actually stand out against every other, about 11 of them? I mean, there are 12 persons vying for that ticket now. What do you think is the major selling point of Babarinde?
You see, our recurring message when we go around the various campaigns is that there are 13 aspirants today on the platform of the APC. There are 13 aspirants, and each of the aspirants is eminently qualified to rule and govern the state. Each one of them. Even the list that you do in your own ranking will be better than what we have today. So when we say what stands Dr. Babarinde out, it's not really what stands him out, but as a representative, a symbol of a progressive government that is going to come in. That is exactly the first thing. Number two is the empathy. The empathy with the people, his humility, his philanthropic nature. Those are the things that I believe stand him out. And he's actually very, very intelligent. He's a lawyer of over 35 years standing. And he has been in the corporate world, both nationally and internationally. He has worked in London underground. He has worked in the US. He has a Fort Knox. I mean, these are things that you can reference. He employs over 5,000 people. And he already knows how to govern them properly. If you ask anybody, they have a direct feel of somebody who is going to come in to govern them. They have that direct feel. It's not an imperial majesty. He's a prince, quite all right, but he's also attuned to the yearnings of the people his people want to govern.
8 p.m.
Yes.
The principal of the school was saying they should bring money so that students should contribute money for a generator to buy petrol at 8 p.m. in the evening. And other students wrote with candle. And the reason I'm wearing glasses now is because when I was a boarding student, we used to study with lanterns and lamp. Right? Not lanterns, what do you call candles. And it affected my sight. So when I thought about it, I said, no ways, this is not going to happen, not under our watch. So we spoke to the governor and we deployed resources. So the first beneficiaries of this more or less solar lantern actually became the learners who were writing exams.
So that people like us have always maintained that we are in the PDP. And that, I feel, you must have taken more seriously than any other thing going on out there. The governor, we all know, was entrusted with the leadership of this state under the banner, the emblem, the umbrella of the PDP. And just like he did yesterday again, as a performing leader of the state, I have always maintained personally and collectively with the leadership of our party and various tendencies in our government that if anybody will begin to run it as skater, if anybody will begin to feel like being faster, running faster than his own destiny, it cannot be our governor. You can only begin to look for where you want to hide your nest or your neck or your head when you know that perhaps you have baggages of non-performance, of rejection by the people. Just look at the kind of unspoken law in the activities of this state in the last 2 weeks you spoke about. The barrage of calls, the inquiries from journalists, even from various sectors of the state, religious organization, ordinary voters, people you cannot even think of, the kind of inquiry that have been pushing to somebody like me, that are you truly going to the is His Excellency going to the APC? I've always maintained that people should relax. Yes, what I can confirm anyway, because I'm just coming from another program from a TV station now, and I maintained to the APC guy that came there, who also mentioned in his own words that maybe they had that Governor Dapo Abiodun
former deputy governor Olawumi said it at an interview.
Governor who Prince Odeman and all that blah blah were the one trying to bring the governor to the APC. So I can also confirm that yes, there were pressures here and there. There were.
Is it true that Asiwaju is insisting that governor comes to the APC? That's some of the narration that your people were giving.
There will be certain things. In government, there are documents, there are files. You tag as highly confidential. There are some things my principal will be doing that will not be exposed to me yet.
So you are not aware if that will happen?
Yes, they might be talking at that level, which I'm not the governor. They meet at their own level. But I know for sure that, okay, there were indications that pressures were, there, here and there, to perhaps bring the governor in accordance with the wave of what we see in Nigeria today. Especially maybe
with the fact that your party is having crisis at the national level.
There will always be crisis in political parties.
But the crisis here, when we have high profile politicians that are leaving the party in rooms, you talk about former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, former Senate President, who is now leading the coalition as the chair, and some other big men leaving your party, and the crisis has become like part of it for the last 2 years.
You see how I hold this your mic, like if I want to sing like Super. Because I'm confident of what I want to say. Okay. You know why they are leaving. Everybody will in a democracy, everybody who wants to see where he thinks he can manage his ambition very well. If perhaps some people feels like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar feels that okay, he now has some new friends from somewhere that were not even part of the PDP before, and that if he joins them fully, perhaps his ambition will be able to materialize. So that is taking.
What about Senator Fadansi and Senator Ajagunle?
I used a statement earlier. Those ones, that Baba especially is like he has this courage of a septuagenarian. Even an octogenarian, if I may say. So he has a carriage of someone, if I were to be his son, that God has managed so well, that God has been so kind to so well. So who I expect to be able to be magnanimous, to be grateful. But maybe in some people's politics, that is not there.
So write-up. I've always been saying that you do not believe that the Osun West is the best bet or the surest bet for the All Progressives Congress to pick its candidates. Can you explain what exactly what are those things? What are the factors that you think will mitigate against the victory of the APC if it goes towards Osun West?
Well, the truth is, it's not as if Osun West is not the best senatorial district that's supposed to produce the next governor of Osun State. But the truth is, if a political party is in the opposition, party in the state or at the federal level, courtesy demands political calculations in the sense that if you are picking a candidate, you must consider some certain factors that can give you victory at the poll. So if you are, if our party, the All Progressive Congress, is picking a governorship candidate, we have to do the political calculation very well and make sure that we pick a candidate from a senatorial district that can give us the votes needed to win the election. The truth is, if we want to pick a candidate for the governorship election, we have to look at where is the sitting governor is and what is his current strength, in the forthcoming election. So these are the things we have to put in place, because if assuming that the APC is the ruling party at the state level, we can pick our candidates. The governor can pick is our candidate from any senatorial district because the mandate is with us. But now we are the opposition party. We have to look at certain scenarios. We have to look at certain occurrence, the level of the party in the states, the senatorial district where the governor is coming from, and his strength in his federal constituency and his local government. And currently now we know that the current governor in the state, in the PDP, is from Osun West and is from Ede Federal Constituency. And we know all the vote that is normally come from Ede Federal Constituency. And we know that the man is doing well in his editorial district, in the federal constituency precisely. And if we are picking a candidate, we must pick a candidate that can nullify that vote that is coming from that federal constituency first. And if you look at all the candidates that are coming out from the West Senatorial District, all of them are capable, they are competent. But the truth is, capability of a candidate of a political party is not the prerequisite of any political party to pick governorship candidates. You have to look at, am I going to win from this senatorial district? Because if the APC is picking candidates from Osun West, the Osun Central and the Osun East, normally they will say that they have produced a governor before. But there are federal constituencies that are very strong from those senatorial districts that has never produced governor in the history of the state.
Governor Ademola Adeleke has endorsed the same tormentor-in-chief of yours, which is President Bola Tinubu.
We are not calling President Bola Tinubu.
Who is your tormentor?
We know.
Who is your tormentor in this matter?
We believe that our allocation is with the federal government.
But you have been calling on Tinubu to release. He is the federal government. Are you saying that it doesn't have anything to do with Tinubu again?
What we are saying is that the president, as the father of the nation, must ensure that he does justice.
So people are now saying that governor has endorsed the same person for another term.
It's a rolling dice.
So you have endorsed somebody for another term, and you want people to be attacking the same person that you are romancing with.
So because we endorse, does that mean that illegality should be perpetrated?
We are not saying that. What we are just saying is that this matter has to do with some level of politics, as you have just said.
You see, you asked a question the other time as to why a court case was earlier, withdrawn from the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You see, for every situation in politics, you have political solution. You have
were you looking at political solution that
you time? Have otherwise solution. If you try political solution, but no other solution can take away the place of law. So as we are pursuing the lawful angle to it, we are also looking at a way to politically resolve the matter. we are Yoruba, the president is Yoruba. Mr. President must stop to, frustrate Yoruba agenda.
You see, what my Yoruba agenda? Have we all sat down at the hall that we say that this is what you want to do?
You are from a record also.
Yes.
Your people at a record if not for the love of...
are you saying... Because some people have been calling Tinubu's second term as the Yoruba agenda. Is that what you are referring to?
What we are saying is that the president is from here. If he must have problem, it should not be seen that he's the one causing the problem from home. And we will not be responsible for his problem from home.
Your party has zoned the governor, the presidential ticket to the south.
Yes.
So if Governor Seyi Makinde comes out tomorrow, are you saying that you will still be supporting Tinubu? Is he not a Yoruba person?
That is why we tell you, that is even Governor Seyi Makinde supported President Tinubu.
What I'm just saying that if he comes out tomorrow, we have been having those
this
I just want you to go straight so that we can go to the other
This is why we tell you there is a rolling dice. Governor Seyi Makinde supported President Tinubu. So you cannot criminalize it today if Governor Oladele is showing love to his brother and uncle, President Tinubu.
Okay, let me now go to the governance now.
Let it be on record that the president must remember that he fought this same war as a governor. He should not be the one that will inflict the same wound on another governor now.
I'm talking about Senator Olabomi. Doing in your open letter, you said he's not an engineer. I want to ask, how sure are you that Senator Olabomi is not an engineer? Because I can show you that he has been referred to as an engineer by even NSC, Nigerian Society of Engineers. He was even given an assignment recently. How sure are you that he is not an engineer?
Yeah, I am perfectly sure he's not an engineer, and despite the fact that he has, obviously, he has made some contribution to engineering in Nigeria, but that is not what qualifies you to be an engineer. The term engineer is not something you should apportion to someone carelessly, no matter their social status, because it takes a lot to earn that status. Status of a professional engineer. And in different parts of the world, there is a way you identify engineers. But I think Nigeria is quite explicit about it, because probably it's only Nigeria where you have that title engineer in the whole world, like ENGR. It's only Nigeria. And it's something unique. And before you can be called an engineer in Nigeria, according to the constitution of the country, there are certain requirements you are supposed to fulfill. And I'm quite sure Senator Omishore does not possess those qualifications.
What are the qualifications, if I may ask you? Being an engineer means that after you graduated from a tertiary institution, then you enroll for current examination. And after you pass the current examination, you are automatically an engineer. That is the knowledge that everybody has. What are the qualifications that you are talking about?
Political party doesn't used to support women.
Is it that the women are waiting for the power to be given to them on a platter of gold? Or are you sure that women are doing enough to actually be represented, to actually have that voice?
Yes, they are doing enough. Let's go out there. Let's go and gather our people. That's when they remember that they have charisma. But when it comes to them giving women position, they will say, no. And there's some information in politics that they feel like they cannot tell us.
The appointments. We have 25 commissioners in Osun State, and 2 of them are women. And that is, you don't need to be told that is less than 10%.
Like we need somebody to encourage us as a woman. And it is we, women, that can encourage ourselves. So we need to teach ourselves, to educate ourselves that this political thing, we too, we can participate. We can contest, we can vote and be voted for.
We have it at the national too. Look at the aids of different lawmakers, how many of them are women, so that that is where the empowerment starts. How are the women communicating the right information to the authority? And how do you think we can start communicating now?
Through our voice, we can communicate we can start speaking up, because most of we women, we usually accept and agree most things that happen. Unlike men, they will say, oh yeah, let's protest. But we say, it is well, no problem. One thing is, if a woman is not doing politics, she can do business. Yes. And even from the business, she can even make more money, have more connections. So that is why sometimes we accept anything that happens in politics as our fate. Okay, now, no, they did not give me this appointment. Fine. So that is.
But that may serve as a kind of discouragement.
That is why today most people are not interested in politics. Even people of my age, they are not interested, because they believe that after they've do up and down, they will not remember them. There was a girl that reached out to us recently that she was sexually molested by her fellow auntie. One big auntie used to molest her. That auntie used to touch her in a private bar.
No. Auntie touching
a girl. Yes. Women to women, like a girl to one big auntie.
Is that not lesbianism?
Yeah, that's lesbianism, yes.
And then, okay, let me allow you to continue the narration.
After I went there, they invited me at their school, and I just did my own talk, then I went away. But anywhere I go, I used to drop my number in case there's a question, in case you want to. I really want those GSS class or SS class to join me in doing that. I believe that we will grow together. So this girl reached out to me on my WhatsApp. She told me about one of her big auntie that used to touch her in her private parts. According to her story, she told me that her dad died when she was, I think that should be around 7 or 9 years old. And anytime her mom wants to go to work, she would drop her at that auntie's side. So because of that auntie used that privilege to start touching the girl. So when this girl reached out to me, I was like,
here?
Yes, in Osun. In Osun, very close to our place here in Osun. So when she told me, I was very angry. But I asked her one question. Have you been telling your mom? At least you should tell your mom what is happening. But she told me that she's speaking to me for the very first time, that she's speaking up for the very first time. I was like, so you are telling me this? You have not been telling anybody for over 7 years that thing has been happening to you? She said, yes. The principal, they allowed me.
Is it a private school or public school?
It's a private school.
Private school?
Yes, it's a private school.
So what did you do to the auntie?
She's a white woman. But later, all these people, Yahoo people, I started tagging her on social media and they scammed her.